Hello! I hope everyone can hear me and see me. I have returned to play more Broken Sword.
The sack was empty.
Sack was empty. So, I think, yeah, so at the end of
I reached
Ireland
into the
section,
sack,
I think.
But it was empty.
Did I already pick up the stuff from the sack? That's the question. So look in here. I did already pick up the stuff from the sack. Okay, cool.
I sprinkled the plaster on the sand until the holes were filled.
So I think last time, yeah, we got to the end of Ireland. I found the Templar Temple, but I haven't got inside yet. I think that's most of what I was doing. I was just trying to open it.
The only object on the table which interested me.
Okay, he only wants the sack. What else have I got in my pockets?
I squeezed the towel as hard as I could, but it was barely damp.
Okay, I need some sort of water. How is every human? The one human I have here. How are you doing? Hopefully everyone can see me because I had a weird moment where I didn't know if the stream is actually on or not. Hey, go. You suck. Yeah, I remember how to get the towel wet. I don't remember how, so I'm gonna go back to the pub. Dun, dun, no, 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 no. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the pub and see if I can get some moisture for this towel. Does beer work?
The white whiskers on the bartender's flushed face were like garlands on a Christmas tree. The resemblance ended there. The top of his head was too slick and shiny to act as a perch for a Christmas angel. Hello.
Hello there. Let me introduce you to my pals.
We've already met. I want you to know you have my sympathy.
Yeah, let me know if the game is too loud, by the way.
It's the worst news I heard all day. It's top the bad news all right for this week and the next. The whole year. It's worse than that. It's the worst disaster in living memory. Isn't it the biggest calamity in the history of the village?
Jeez, just one dude.
It's the biggest in the history of Ireland.
The most awesome disaster since mankind paddled out of the primal crop.
There's no beer.
Oh. That's fair.
Is a glass of beer more important than a man's life?
Were you talking to me?
To all of you. Sean Fitzgerald has met with God knows what, and all you can do is drink.
Sean has gone for a ride in a flash car, that's all. Why don't you calm down and join us?
What about Sean? Why aren't you out looking for him?
You have entered my chat. Hello.
Expedition to save the lad. In a life or death
How are you
situation,
doing, brother?
is essential. That's why I slipped in here. For a pint.
Do you recognize this white powder?
Seems ordinary enough to me.
I gotta go. The white... Excuse me. Yes, sir?
I am still carrying the tissue, and I shall carry it forever.
I don't want anything. I'll just...
What was I doing? I'm trying to get some moisture from my towel. at the moment.
It was impossible to return the switch to its original position. The
Okay.
I tugged at the trapdoor, but it was locked from the inside.
Okay. Maybe I need to finish my beer. Let's finish my juicy drink.
Excuse me.
Yes,
sir? Hey, how about another drink?
See him again?
Do you serve cocktails?
I serve anyone with manners and money.
No, I'm serious. Have you considered turning McDevitt's into a cocktail bar? Cocktails are chic, cool, and popular with younger drinkers.
What? Kids in the bar? Can you imagine it? Pinball, pimples, and puke.
Right, I get the picture. I'll settle for a glass of stout.
I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I could fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh well, at least the glass washer is still working. It's not my dear, is it?
Okay, there we go.
Just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
Well, no. Isn't that marvelous? Ha, here's a house bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer.
Okay.
And when you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
Okay, so where are we with the catching of the criminal? Well, we followed him to Ireland. He murdered a dude. He was after a diamond, I believe, which is now in the basement. So I need to get into the basement. So unlock the door, the
I
great
replaced the
thingamajig.
fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous.
And we are still not quite tracking him down yet.
Standard safety precautions. Excuse me, Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo!
George is a civil fellow. He would never do such a thing.
On the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
George is a nice friend. He would never push an Irish man. He's nice.
What a dumb place to store a flashlight. A dark cellar. The only way I was going to find anything down there was to feel around. I pushed.
Yeah, he
lever
moved for me.
and heard the grating
I
of
just had to
metal.
fix his plug.
Nothing appeared to happen.
Where is the flashlight? Do I have a lighter? What else can I do to make some light? I have a matchbook. And a buzzer.
That is not a good idea.
Yeah, I'm probably right, George. Oh, I think I know what to do. Yeah, I think I unlocked. I think the lever unlocks the grate, so I can open it. from out here. Dum, 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 dum.
I lifted the trap door, and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Oh, hey, it's a murderer.
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my
Hello,
guts I usually
I am a
associated with
criminal.
light opera. It was Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man.
Oh yeah, no warning
An
signs.
unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
This guy, the only person walking around here is a
He
murderer,
doesn't know anything
so
either.
he
The
can fall
kids,
down there.
Well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He's been taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of
How's that?
course. Thank you.
I don't know what sound settings this game actually has. I'll have a look. Oh no, he's not creepy at all. He's a lovely man. Let's turn the music down a little bit, turn the speech up a little bit maybe, because well, maybe a little bit there. The music is insanely loud in this game. At least now you can change it. I don't think you used to be able to. It was always like deafening music. Look, a diamond! And it's all
Then I
mine.
noticed a flash of light. Something sparkling beneath the open trap door. It was Peagram's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. As I held it aloft, I realized the fascination it could command. I guess I was already under its spell.
Okay.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way. You're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari.
So I don't think the Ferrari is coming back, George. Okay, voices need to go up a bit, do they? Okay. Maybe I'll max them out, I guess. Let's see how that goes. What's over here?
It was a couple of paper sacks filled with trash.
Oh, lovely.
I searched the trash, but there was nothing useful there. The carton was damp and soggy. Useless.
Stupid thing. Okay. Oh yeah, and it probably needs to turn the tap on first, don't I?
The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
Mmm, delicious. Okay. Fill it.
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water. I shoved.
Okay. Cleaning and
I
materials.
looked among the cleaning materials, but saw nothing I could use.
I love that the game gives you no option to actually help him with his beer taps. Just don't help him at all. Just break into his basement, steal a diamond, and leave. Okay, back to the temple. See if we can get something. Up we go. Alright. Sup, goat? Still trapped, are we?
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster. I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
I mean, it formed a perfect copy of the little
The
things.
hardened plaster cast
Not the whole
fitted
statue.
snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, then silence.
Into the temple. Oh, I've got a flashlight. Montfaucon.
So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's, I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead.
And you say Pigram has
We have
disappeared?
completed our
Without
job
a
in
trace.
Ireland.
But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
I have recovered a diamond.
Pigram's gem?
The Templars gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
I've been reading about Pigram in this magazine.
I guess he slept in a room with a dead person. Yeah, I don't know.
The
What do you
media
think
got
about
his
that?
claws on him.
Yeah, that's true,
if
he
I
did.
Was his
He
agent,
slept
I'd
in a
get him
room
to
with a
use the
corpse.
pipe.
I guess if you're drunk enough, you'll sleep anywhere.
That dig must have been pretty important to him. He resigned his chair at Durham University to go to Ireland. And now he's disappeared. See what you can find out about Professor Pegram.
I'll speak to the university. What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man. What do you know about Professor Pegram?
I've seen a television program, Pigram's Past. He's written a book, The Crusader Families of Ireland.
Crusader Families of Ireland. Sounds fascinating.
Let's
Right.
take another look at the manuscript.
I think I will look at the manuscript and click on the little diamond. Diamond.
That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn.
Lochmarn. Yeah, so...
There's a
There,
guy with
cow.
a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
Okay, I don't think this is going to
That's
get me
the
anywhere.
tripod in the Crew Museum.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I need to go back to
Do you
museum.
want to
I
look
think
after the gem?
No, George. I'd be too tempted to sell it.
it's there.
I can't sit here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobinot at the Kron Museum.
Oh yeah,
And
I can't
why
wait.
don't you see if Rosso has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat.
Just
Yeah,
take care
they
of
had all
yourself.
sorts of tripods back in the day, apparently. I remember the like odd solution to the museum. I just don't remember when I'm supposed to use that solution. Because I think last time I played this game, I completed the little sort of puzzle in there early, and he just hides and then stops hiding, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's not what I was supposed to do. Yeah, I think I did get an achievement for presumably for finishing the island section. Musée Croon. Café de la Chandelle Verte. Cafe something something. I guess I'll go to the museum first. Café de bleu de blue blue. Exactly. Some French nonsense. Okay, let's speak to the jerk. I hope they do this a
I
remaster
beg
of the
your
second
pardon.
game.
Are you Andre
That's my
Lovino?
favorite one.
That's me. You want my autograph?
No, I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
I'd like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy of the text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I
Some
was
Latin
kind of hoping you'd help
phrases.
decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar
Knights
seal
Templar.
appear on this manuscript? I'd love to see that for myself.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah, not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. Maybe it was my imagination, but I noticed a predatory look in his eye. Suddenly, this friendly historian had turned into the big bad wolf.
Yeah, he is creepy. Creep!
Can you tell me anything about the Knights Templar?
I sure can, Georgie. Soldiers, diplomats, mercenaries, monks, bankers, you name it, the Templars fit the bill. The greatest fighting force in Christendom, the militia of Christ.
Jeez.
Yeah, it sounds charming.
How did the Templars get their name?
From the building in which they set up their headquarters. The King of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. It was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon.
Oh,
The order
that's a shame.
became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and
Yeah, I'd
later
love to see
as
them do the
Knights
second one.
Templar.
You're a mine of information, Andre.
Glad to be of help, Georgie.
Yeah, the second one is definitely my favorite.
How come the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant stream of new recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were
I will
required
not.
to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience. So, their money, goods, and lands were donated to the order. The Templars soon held land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
Is it true the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found?
Who knows? So little knowledge of what really happened remains. Or, if it does, the truth has never been made public.
What do you mean by that?
The Templars have attained mythological status, like the King Arthur of the Britons. There are people even now who say the Templars still exist.
Do you think that's likely?
No.
Not for a minute.
This friend who has the manuscript,
Ah oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
She lives at 361 Rue Jarry.
Ah, I know it well. I'll drop by. Just as soon as I can.
All right, creepo.
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure, it was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands. A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
It
That
sounds
explains
wonderful.
the image of the hanged man. I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn.
Lochman! That's where Pegram was digging.
That's right. He'd left the excavation before I arrived. Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
The second week of July?
Maybe. Yes, it was, just before Bastille Day.
So Pegram was in Paris at the same time as the other victims.
Pardon?
Yes.
Victims of what?
Nothing. Just thinking aloud. Where was the site of Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin, but there's nothing there now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
Vive la Revolution. Okay, cool. Do I need to show him the diamond? I don't really want to.
What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so.
He did it. He is a criminal. I mean, he's definitely
Thanks
a
for your
creep.
help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Goodbye, Andre. I'm not going to do the solution to the puzzle because I don't think it needs to be done yet. I only remember this bit because I thought it was nifty when I first did it when I was a kid. Just stuck in my brain. It's quite a nice little puzzle. Not really a puzzle, I don't even think. It's just like a little thing. Beep, beep, doop, boop, boo. Let's go back to Rue Jarret. Oh, actually, no, let's go to Montfaucon. Ah, it's the gendarme. Someone next door is hammering and it's getting annoying. Yeah, I mean, our neighbors are never not making noise, so I feel your pain. They have kids and they're very annoying. The other day, one of them caused me to walk into spiders, so I will not forgive him. I don't think I need to speak to that guy yet. Actually, I do, probably. Let's go in first. Oh, they keep kicking the ball over our fence. Right, so they keep kicking the ball over our fence. This has happened for a long while. A year or two ago, I can't remember how long, but I caught them in our garden, and I think they've been scared of me ever since. But I caught them in the garden. I think they were stealing stones. I don't know why you'd steal stones, but anyway, I saw them, and then went into the back room and like shouted at them. I was like, "Oi!" And then they sprinted away like rats. Anyway, and then so since then they've been overly polite to me. But they always ask like, "Oh, my ball, it has fallen into your garden," and then I have to go out and get it. But we recently cleared all the weeds out of the garden, and so the spiders all needed new houses, and so they've taken to crossing the little. We've got like I don't know what we call it. What is it? It's like a in the back garden we've got like a wooden thing. And between the beams where you walk under, they've like made their webs. and they're completely invisible unless you're actually like focused properly with your eyeballs. You can't see them at all. And so I was just like doopily doing back to the back of the garden to get the ball, and I just walked straight into it, and I was like, nah, Blair, get off of me. Yeah, and there was like 3 spiders webs like all hanging around there, and I just wandered straight into them. So yeah, that was fun. Hey, what's that in our garden now? Is that the cat? Oh, it's a squiggle. Hello, squiggle. Ah, a little grey squiggle. Where you going, squiggle? Huh, disappeared. Hey, there's another squirrel. Damn. We're infested with squiggles. Hello. Ah, cute. And I just realised we left the broom out there, so that's good. Yeah, we got squiggles. Sometimes. Yeah, I did. I was like, bleh, bleh. Yeah, it's horrible. But yeah, so he made me walk into spiders while getting his ball. So I was fairly miffed about that. So I haven't forgiven them for that, let alone for the amount of freaking noise they make all the time. I request a bird cam. No, I have too much. Like, I don't have enough wildlife in the garden. I need like a nesty thing or something. And I don't have. Well, actually, I'm not putting my camera out there because my camera's expensive. Yeah, that's the only camera I got. I don't have a little one, unfortunately. How old are these children? I mean, you're asking me. I don't know. One of them's small. One of them's a girl. She's like small. And then there's 3 boys, I think. You can tell I'm really I pay a lot of attention. They've got at least a few kids. One of them's slightly older, and he's quite polite. And they've got 2 younger ones, I think, and they're really loud.
For the Judgment Day.
Yeah, and I think one of them might be part of the neurodivergent crew, because I think he's maybe autistic or something, or maybe has ADHD. But he's yeah, occasionally he just freaks out, makes lots of noise. Which, you know, I don't begrudge, but most of the time the noise is just the parents screaming at them.
Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess.
But yeah, I think like some noise I can deal with. You know, they're kids. They're going to make noise. It's just when they, you know, go on and on and on for hours on end, or the parents start screaming at the top of their lungs, and then wonder why the kids like swear and scream all day.
I was
surprised
long. Philip Lebel had left this place alone.
Philippe Lebel.
The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well. Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work. I wondered if this guy had died in combat. I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout.
That's fair, George.
The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well.
Let's click over there. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, they're quite loud. Most of the time. I know I have to do something with this dude. Cannot remember what. Let's use my gem with him. No, okay. It's something to do with how the like Templars were buried or something. But I think there's a priest around here somewhere. Maybe I do need to go see Nico first. Humans! Yeah, humans. Always loud and always annoying. Human scum. Give Given that this adventure game's an adventure game, I'm guessing I have to trigger the gendarme to be annoyed at me before I can proceed with this. Rather than just knowing he'll be annoyed.
Hey, you! What do you think you're doing?
What?
Leave that comer alone. Now.
Yes. Leave that cover alone.
Sorry, no harm intended.
You stay away from that.
Alright, gendarme. Leave me alone.
Excuse me, officer.
And how may I help you?
Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
You have seen the Parisian traffic, no?
Yeah, so?
I could direct the traffic. The most dangerous, the east side of Rome. Or I can sit here and enjoy the sun, the architecture, and the Sauvignon. Which would you choose?
Yeah, but I'm not a policeman. What happened to duty?
An excellent question, monsieur.
He's not a very good police officer.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. Only that they were excommunicated in 1312 and hanged in their dozens within this very square.
Boy, what they teach in the police academy these days.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
I don't need to speak
I'll
to him
see you
again, I
around.
don't think.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Yeah, in the second one I think he's still here. Except he sits over there. I can't remember what this is. Is this just the place where the... Oh, okay, this is just where the bombing occurred. Okay, cool. I was just checking. Rue Jarry. I think the trick to speaking French is just any R that comes up, you have to do that weird noise that they do. Where you sort of just go, ah, Rue Jarry. Any sound that happens, just stick one of them in there and you'll be fine.
Hey, Nico.
Oh, hi. I didn't expect you back so soon.
Roll your R's. Yeah. I'm pretty sure French is just English with an
Have you found out
accent.
any more about the Knights Templar?
Yes, I have. The guy responsible for their downfall was Philippe IV, the King of France, otherwise known as Philippe le Bel. Well, he is known to history as Philippe the Fair, but I doubt if the Templars called him that. I'm sure André will tell you all about him.
Let's take another...
Okay, so he hasn't showed up yet. That's not good news for me. Okay. What else do I need to talk to her about? I've already spoken to her about my gross tissue. I don't need to talk
Look,
about
Nico, a handful of plaster.
Yeah.
Look, a handful
Why is
of
it that
plaster.
men never really grow up?
What's your problem, sister?
Your pockets stuffed with useless junk like little boys.
You never know when useless junk might come in handy.
My pockets are always filled with useless junk as well.
I'll
There's
see
not
you again
quite as
soon.
much as George.
Okay.
I mean, he's carrying around a tool for removing, like, whatever those things, manhole covers. So I can't usually fit that in my pockets. Oh, I don't have a second tissue. That's a handful of plaster. See, this is a handful of plaster, and this is a tissue full of, like, covered in goo. Who do I need to speak to? It does look the same as the tissue, yeah. But I don't think I have anywhere from the airport to go yet. No, because I've already finished there, and Rome hasn't opened up yet. Or at least I think it's Rome that opens up later. Okay. Yeah. Can you electrocute the old lady? No, I think I should see it coming, given that she can tell the future. Musée Croon? Do I need to go and talk to that dude again? Did I not say something to that guy?
As I reached toward the display case, a shrill piping filled the air. I froze, then tried to get myself together and act nonchalantly.
Eh, no! No, monsieur. No.
What's wrong?
You must not enter the exhibits.
I'm sorry.
All right, dude, chill. I poked the tripod case.
The case contained the tripod shown on the manuscript. The rod turned smoothly, and the window above me opened.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did this too early
This is
again.
ridiculous. I could be here for hours.
Yeah. I always do this. Every time I play this game, I forget at what point I'm supposed to do this. I won't, don't worry, I won't poke it again. It is a horrible noise.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Andre.
Hello, Georgie. What can you tell me about Philippe le Bel?
He
Philippe
was
le Bel.
responsible for the extermination of the Knights Templar.
I know that, but why was Philip so hot to get rid of them?
Mostly because he wanted to get his hands on their treasure. He had an enormous debt and a lifelong war with England to fund. The trouble was, the Templars were a highly respected holy order.
We did do a lot of warring with France.
If the Templars were so powerful, how did this Philippe dude wipe them out?
By underhanded, dishonorable means, of course. The Pope was
of
Clement
course.
V, a Frenchman.
French, huh? Handy for Philippe.
Fate had nothing to do with it. He was Philippe's puppet, planted to further his political ambitions. Philippe wanted the wealth of the Templars and used Clement to get it.
I can't push him out of the room and steal it.
So what was Philippe's
I must
plan? What
hide in the
happened?
room and steal it.
Sealed orders were sent out all over France, not to be opened until the appointed day. That day was Friday, July 13th. That's the origin of our superstition regarding that date. At dawn, throughout the whole of
Oh,
France,
I have to hide
the
in the
Templars
sarcophagus
were
over there.
arrested. It was the
But not
biggest
yet.
bust in the history of the world.
What happened to the Templars after their arrest?
Philippe was out for blood, so he handed the Templars over to the Inquisition.
Over
Not
to the
surprisingly,
Inquisition.
they confessed to a sensational and sordid list of blasphemies.
Like what?
Oh, the sort of things you read about in the gutter press. Devil worship, lewd sexual practices, spitting on the Holy Cross, that kind of thing.
Well, that must have given their lawyers some headaches.
Whether or not the accusations were true, this was not good publicity.
Oh, no.
Most of the charges were probably cooked up, but so were the Templars, literally. Hundreds of them were found guilty of heresy and flame-grilled at the stake. They died
flame-grilled.
protesting their innocence.
But surely Philippe had no proof of his charges against the Templars.
A man will admit anything under torture. The Inquisition fabricated some nonsensical demon called Baphomet,
Oh,
and then suggested to the victims that this was what they worshipped.
But they didn't have to agree.
The records show a Templar coming to trial with both feet burnt off. Fragments of flesh and charred bone falling from the stumps. What would you not admit to stop such torment?
So there was no truth at all in the Baphomet accusations?
Not a shred. Almost every victim described the idol differently. No, Baphomet never existed outside the sick minds of the Inquisitors.
I have a plushie
So
of
Philippe
Baphomet.
stole the
Didn't
Templars'
realise he was
riches,
a star of this game.
Oh no, they weren't stupid. The king's troops marched first on the temple in Paris, then to the Templar home port at La Rochelle. There was no trace of the treasure. and the fleet of the Knights Templar had set sail.
Okay. I
Thanks
have
for your help, Andre.
asked my
You're
questions.
welcome.
Okay, so I can't do the sarcophagus trick yet, so I suppose I need to talk to him about that. So maybe I'll go back to the Montfaucon now and see what's going on over there. Hopefully the juggler has shown up now. The juggler. Nope, the juggler is not here. God dang it.
In French, English, and German it read, "In 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the Knightly Order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In the following 2 years, many of the knights were hanged on this site. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt at the stake on an island in the Seine."
Let's see if the dude is here. The tiny little priest man. He's not tiny, he just has a little voice. He's like, "Hello, I'm a priest." Nope, he's not here either. Okay. Clearly I need to do some more something else. Although I do just realise I made the priest sound like he was salad fingers. He's not salad fingers. Let's talk to this flower lady. See how she's doing.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
What? How?
Now, don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
Have you seen anyone out here watching Mademoiselle Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man, tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden, but I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with a hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
Okay.
Would you like to shake my hand?
No, I wouldn't. I can see the future, remember?
Yeah, see, she can see me.
Do you
Zapping
recognize
her.
the man in this photograph?
What a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
She can see the future.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Hey, Nico.
Oh, hi. I didn't expect you back so soon.
Montfaucon. Ah, they finished the gardening at work. What an incredible message I've received. She just sits at that table all day. Well, see, right, see, this is one of those things where, like, the, so the special edition, like, not the special edition, the, director's cut, gave her more scenes, so you did more with Nico, like, at the beginning of the game. There's, like, some puzzles, and, like, you break into this place, and, so she has a little bit more to do than just sitting at this table, but because this is an enhanced version of the original, those bits don't exist, so she mostly sits at this table. Right, let's have a little look at this again, I guess. Just for the sake
That's
of it,
the
really.
tripod in
See
the
if
crew
it's
museum.
necessary.
That's the gem that Pig... There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
Well, she doesn't look like she's looking in it. It looks like I'm looking in it, and you're just seeing my hideous face.
The ninth scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a guy working on a loom.
I do like a loom.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
Okay, nothing new. Okay. I don't have anything new to show her, so I guess I will continue
see you
this
again
loop
soon.
until I figure out what I'm
Okay.
supposed to be doing next. I sneezed. Um, where should I go? Where should I go? Where should I go? Let's go talk to the police, see if they want to know anything, or if they do know anything. It's a good question, brother. I don't remember. I know I need to get to the hospital, but I can't remember how I get there. I'm gonna speak to
Excuse me,
Moo, because I haven't
What do
been here
you
yet.
want now?
Maybe he's got information.
Have you
Okay,
heard of a
maybe
man
it's
called
him.
Marquet?
Marquet.
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
Ah, okay.
The
I was supposed to go
Hagenweg
here.
Clinic,
That's what I was
the
supposed to
Avenue
do.
des Hérissons.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
Okay. Goodbye,
See you
Moo.
later, Sergeant.
Okay. Now I'm going to go and break into a hospital. Hospital.
The old building managed to retain some of its original grandeur, but the modern additions looked like a baseball cap on a statue of a medieval saint.
Okay.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
I introduce myself from across the room quite often, apparently. Hello.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my name.
My name's Benoit, but everyone calls me Bunny.
Bunny?
That's right. I used to have this cute habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit. Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
And no, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Merlin?
No, sir.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. I've never seen him before.
You are no use to me.
Shake my hand, Benoit.
I don't think that's a good idea, sir.
How come?
Dermatitis.
I don't have dermatitis.
I do.
Okay.
See you later.
Right.
He was of no use to me.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plans. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
Yes. Why not?
Yeah, I'm his, long-lost brother.
A brother half his age with a different name and an American accent.
Yes.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
I guess not. Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the Bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
He sounds lovely.
Has Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from the zoo.
So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
Yeah, you're right. There is kind of a dissonance between the environment paintings and like the characters. But I think it works well enough. But it is kind of funny.
Have you seen this man here at the clinic?
No, sir. And I never forget a face.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
That's quite unlike me. I always forget a face. And then the name that came with the face.
Hi, my name's George Stovard.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
I'm looking for a guy named
Jacques Marquet.
In which department does he work?
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's a matter of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's why we have rules.
I think I ought to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems.
Explain yourself.
He's in a
a
league with a bunch of
criminal.
guys who want to take over the world.
Nonsense. Besides, Marquet's employers have paid in advance for one of our most exclusive private rooms.
Well, I mean, yeah, because they want to
Could
take
you
over the
tell
world.
me who
They're
Marquet's
rich.
employers are?
Certainly not.
They're all
Do you
criminals. Yeah,
recognize
kind
the
of,
man in this
I guess.
photograph?
No, sir.
It's unclear.
I do not.
Alright, well, you suck. Bye.
Thanks for your help.
Private room. Okay. Let's talk to the receptionist again, see if I can find some other way to lie my way past her.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Well, that's handy.
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall. Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh, dear. He's on Ward J2. That's... Nurse Grendel's ward.
She sounds
What's so
nice.
bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock, alarm call. 6:10, bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
Oh, you mean she's been here a long time?
No, I mean there's not a man in this clinic who hasn't sprawled out on her.
I was
Oh,
beginning
gosh.
to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J.
That's possibly the worst way she could have put that.
How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
What's odd about him? He just looks like a little guy. Wee, wee. It's quite quiet. It's not particularly loud.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Yeah, like it is making a
Mr.
noise, but it's
Shiny,
not that
what's
loud.
wrong,
It's just
pal?
like, nah. Why are you standing here, George? I'm creating a distraction, you know. I'm in disguise.
Dr. Stobart at your service.
Okay.
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy.
I don't need a mask.
All you have to do is smile and whistle
wearing
this
a
little
coat.
tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
It's a deal.
Charming.
Do you know a nurse called Grendel?
Sure I do.
Is she on duty today?
Yeah. End of the corridor, ward J2.
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
Why is this man from Birmingham?
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you?
No,
I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind me back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull-through.
Whatever you've got with this metal mop-foot is probably a fine and noble thing.
It is? Say, it's not every day I meet someone as crazy as me.
Okay, that's enough talking to
See you
this
later.
strange man.
Yeah, take care now.
How dare you message me that? It's time to wake up. And when Bagpuss wakes up, all his friends wake up too. So wake up, you saggy old... What is it, you saggy old, baggy old cloth person? It's time to wake up. A classic irritation. I hate that thing. I hope that thing has been burned.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you,
Oh,
nurse.
are they?
Well, who's first?
Monsieur Croquet in bed 2.
What's his problem?
He's been complaining of loss of consciousness. You'll need this, Doctor.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks. Hi, I'm Dr. Stobart.
Hello, Doctor.
The nurse told me you keep losing consciousness.
That's right. I've had the problem as long as I can remember. It's a real out-of-body experience. Like death, but not so conclusive.
I see.
Is that going to
How
sleep?
long does it last?
Just a fraction of a second, and then I recover.
I might not have been a doctor, but I was formulating a diagnosis all the same. This guy was nuts. I know exactly what you mean.
Damn, I didn't even get a
It's
chance to see the
known
message.
in the medical field as blinking.
I'm not
serious?
planning on punching
Of course it
any
isn't serious.
random patients
It's
in here.
perfectly natural.
But just think, 2 seconds every minute. Why, that's almost half an hour every day. 2 weeks out of every year spent in total darkness.
I don't have time to listen to this baloney.
Yeah, this guy is nuts.
Which bed is Marquet in?
He's round the corner, in solitary.
What's the matter with him?
I don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves. Hey, you're a doctor. How come you don't know?
We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
Because we're jerks.
Has Marquet had any visitors?
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in hospital. You feel like the rest of the world has abandoned you.
Well, you know how it is. Life goes on.
Thanks for those comforting words.
You're welcome.
Do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No, I don't.
Okay. I can leave you be now, I
Well,
guess.
goodbye and good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
Can I just use the
Hello
pressure
again.
gauge on him?
Do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No, I don't.
Okay. I'll talk to this man instead. Hello, old man.
Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
You better believe it.
Oh my god. Someone took a... From 2001. Dang. I wonder if the original one we listened to still exists. I don't imagine you can buy them anymore, can you?
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no complaints.
What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
You can get them on eBay. Seriously? Dang. My god.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's
It's a
quite
very
strict,
specific
but that's her
item,
job,
isn't it?
isn't it?
Back
You've
for
got to
alarm
have
clock.
discipline in a place like this.
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
But I've been here for 3 months.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job. See you later. Hi, it's me again. I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess he doesn't want
See you
his
later.
blood pressure taken.
Doctor,
What is it?
you haven't taken my blood pressure.
You were just complaining about that. It's a sphygmomanometer. That's what they're called. Sphygmomanometer. The horrible word to say.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No,
Sphygmomanometer.
you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
Well, I'm
I
a
can't
better
take
doctor.
a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
Yeah, why did they bring out an alarm clock? Yeah, it's a very good
Doctor,
question.
What now?
You didn't finish taking my blood pressure.
Dang, this guy's whiny.
Okay, let's try again.
I'll just put it around his neck. See how he likes
you don't
that.
have the first idea what you're doing, do you?
I'll come back when you've recovered your manners.
Okay. Let's talk to the nurse. Why can't she do it?
Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur?
Oui, monsieur?
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeyer. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I...
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
Would you like...
Well...
No, it's okay. Forget it. I
Damn
didn't
it.
really want to use it on her anyway.
Oh, what I do?
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the last 3 months.
Dang.
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a unicycle. His current condition is due to post-traumatic shock. It's unlikely he'll ever perform as a clown again.
It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good. What is this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure, doctor.
Well, I know that. But apparently
Thank
George
you,
doesn't know how
nurse.
to use it.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Ba-da-bum. Me? Okay. Let's try and go to speak to that doofus. I think I have to ask him. So I think he does it. I know someone else does it. I just don't remember who.
Hey, Benoit.
Benoit.
There's no need to shout. What do you want?
What do you know about this piece of equipment?
It's a device for measuring blood pressure.
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean I'd get my hands dirty with a nurse.
Can I not get him to do it?
See you later.
Right.
You do it.
Hey, Benoit.
Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir?
What do you know about this piece of equipment?
I'll stop
It's a
asking him
device
that,
for
George.
measuring blood pressure.
Let's talk to this guy instead. Maybe he'll do it.
Excuse me, sir.
You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bernie, come here, boy.
Aha.
This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after him?
Do your own babysitting, Gramps. Who do you think you are, anyhow?
I am Felix Hagenmeyer.
And may I say what an honor it is to meet you in person, sir. You are on my medical wall of fame. Right up there with Pasteur and Leary. I look on it as a privilege, no, an honor, to look after your nephew, sir.
Geez, chill out, George.
He is fresh out of medical school. It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
I'll bet.
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
Okay, thanks. That's not horrible
So
at all.
long, Hagenmeyer.
Come with me, Doctor.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
What's his problem?
He's delirious. He just now came out of theater. He's recovering from major surgery.
I'll have him up and about before you can say, Lazarus, get out of your bed and walk. Hi, it's me again. See you later. Hey, Benoit.
Because I need to get past this lady, and she won't let me go anywhere until I've done the blood pressure test on this irritating
What do
man.
you want?
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something.
George,
Hey,
just tell him
Benoit.
to use the thing.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready with that pressure gauge?
Primed and ready to pump, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Use it on the
Use
man.
it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
Okay, can I go now? Yay!
I'm Dr. Stobart.
Bonjour, docteur.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, doc, right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you. He has anthrax.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks. Catch you later, officer.
Au revoir, doc. Rather you than me, pal.
Hello, old man.
Marquet?
Yes, I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lamar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassins.
Assassin.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grandmaster quickly. Tell him that I have found the tripod right here in Paris.
What, you have it?
Not yet, but it's being taken care of. I hired a couple of stooges with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You know them?
We've met.
I know
What
everyone.
about the Hashashin?
He's more likely to have followed Klausner. He'll stop at nothing to prevent the reforging of the sword.
And that's bad, is it?
As for Klausner, he has gone off to Syria on a wild goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
He has a theory about the location of the...
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient.
Oh,
Haven't my
really?
office to hear that?
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
Not really, George.
Ah, there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
A
It's
cardiac
all right. The
arrest?
doctor's in there with him.
Beep, 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 beep.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter. The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Oh, but there is a Dr. Stobart working here, apparently.
Stand back, monsieur.
He has been murdered. Are you shooting the door?
I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah, killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man? Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window. Have you ever heard of the Hashiashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again. Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with
Like a
sedatives.
dead
He wouldn't
fish.
have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves.
Okay.
I guess I'd
now-
better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rosso or Sergeant Moo? Oh, were you referring to Andre?
I'll let you work
Andre.
it out.
Yeah, I mean, that would definitely wake me up, but I'm not sure how many mornings the thing would survive. I can't imagine it would last long. I'd eventually end up just punching it. Yeah, it might last a couple of days, if it's hardy enough.
You have left it very late, monsieur.
Late for what?
Anything? I am closing the museum soon. You wouldn't like to get locked in. I can tell you. Not in this gallery.
Why not?
It is haunted, monsieur.
You don't believe in
it's
ghosts, surely.
Indeed.
Oh, yes, I do. 7 years ago, a lad managed to hide in here. He made a bet with his friends.
There are
I suppose.
4 on eBay. I'm
When I
surprised there are
found
even
him
that
in the
many on
morning,
eBay.
He was cold as ice and stiff as a board.
Well,
Maybe
what
I
was
need
the
to
cause
start
of
selling
death?
some of my
They
old
said it
weird
was
objects on
a
eBay.
brain tumor. But on his face was a look of stark, desperate terror such as I have never seen before.
Scary. Forget it.
Wow. Someone actually wants the thing?
Don't open the...
Damn you. Okay, I'll talk to Lobino first. See if he
Hi,
has
Andre.
anything to say for himself.
Hello, Georgie.
Hello, Joji.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language, Assassini, the assassins.
Which
How
is
did
what
the
the first
Assassins get their
Assassin's Creed game is about.
From the legends surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place?
Yes.
I heard them planning the raid.
They're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Does the guy in this photograph look familiar to you?
No.
Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
I get your point. Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Hiding in the sarcophagus. Hiding in the sarcophagus again. Damn, 2 already?
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already,
Sneaky robots.
there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, Monsieur.
It is Flap and Guido.
Hi, Guido! Look at this!
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight. What the? Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
Take that.
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was
Yes,
innocent.
it was Catwoman.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those 2 crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
You mean
It was her.
it was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't sulk, Georgie, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased. After all, we've got the tripod. Aren't you going to try putting the gem on the tripod?
I guess so.
Boop.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
The gem fits perfectly, but what does that prove?
Yoink. Put that in my pocket.
Maybe the tripod has to be in a certain location.
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate where, though, is there?
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bear that crest.
I sure hope so. Lobineau explained who the Hashashin were.
Yeah?
The cult of the assassins.
Oh, boy!
What do you think the purpose of this tripod is?
On the manuscript, the gem is shown mounted on top of it.
So, we risked a criminal charge to steal a display stand?
Don't ask me. Maybe it's intended to hold the gem in a specific position.
I have to go.
Already? You only just arrived.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Saved by surprise, cat burglar. Let's go back to Montfaucon. See if I can remember how to ruin their day.
Hey, you with the balls.
Oui?
Look, a red nose.
Oh, you say, whoop-de-doo.
Okay.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
I'm gonna
How
bully
did
a
you learn
juggler.
to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No, I am a jongleur.
A jongler? What's
Jongler.
Mon Dieu! A jongleur is an artist, a master of the contragravitic aeroballetic mysteries. In centuries past, the courts of the crowned heads of Europe had the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so. That
Bully the
juggling
clown.
doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
I had no idea what I was doing. But this guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be? A lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Not
Hey,
so
Yaya.
easy after all.
How are you
is
doing
it?
today?
No, I guess not. Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
What do you think of the juggler?
Ah, he is excellent, most watchable.
But he's blocking the thoroughfare and obstructing
Yeah, I'm alright.
traffic.
So,
Just playing
he
some
is
broken
amusing. The
sword.
traffic isn't.
And
If
it's going
he wants
okay.
to block it, who am I
Making
to
progress
say
steadily
no?
through the
You're a
game.
cop.
Ah, oui. So I am. Ah, well.
So you're not going to do anything about this guy?
No.
He probably doesn't even have a license.
Ah, a license. This I had not considered.
So what are you going to do?
The instant I return to the station, I shall check.
Return to the station? Why not just ask him?
And spoil his concentration? What kind of a barbarian do you take me for?
Look at this gem. What do you think?
Cut glass.
No, it's not. It's for real.
What kind of madman would go around waving a priceless gem under people's noses?
So either it's glass or I'm mad? I didn't like to think about that for too long.
Got a point.
Do you know what this is?
Aha! You Americans with your notorious nose candy. I read Hollywood Wives. I know all about it.
If you tried to sniff this stuff, you'd wall up your nostrils. It's plaster of Paris.
It is. Thank heaven. For one awful moment, I thought I might actually have to arrest somebody. Alors,
Such a
the
good policeman.
paperwork. You have no idea.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Hi again.
Okay. Let's try and annoy this juggler some more.
Oui? What is it this time?
Look,
Ah,
Okay.
a clown.
no. If so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an
Jongleur.
idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention. but fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it. What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, the last Grand Master, Jacques du Molay, was burnt on an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow, you're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Damn you,
Catch
juggler.
you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
How can I ruin this man's day?
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
I think the little guy should be here now. Crusty jugglers. Yeah. Got a lot of crusty jugglers. Oh, the little guy isn't here. Oh, okay. I thought he would be. Maybe he's here later.
Hi again.
Oui? Au revoir.
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Ah, you are a clown.
Do I look like a clown?
No, although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Who ever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you have it.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur.
You're lucky with the middle of the
I'll
ground
be
weather, because
there.
that's basically all the weather we have here most of the time. We get a couple of weeks of annoyingly hot weather, and then
again.
the rest of the year is just mild.
Oui? What is it this time?
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps.
No, I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Okay, now for my secret weapon.
I mean, it's
The
it's
juggler was speechless with rage.
26
You could have
degrees in
mistaken
here,
him
so
for a
I'm pretty
mime.
warm.
And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury. Hey, you forgot one of your balls. Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Goodbye, gendarme. Okay. Time to go to the sewers. Whoop. Okay, so I don't remember what's in the sewers other than I think there's like a boat or something. Maybe. Hey, if you got a nose on, then it's funny because you're a clown. Apparently that's how comedy works.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence. Close up, I could see a faded inscription, My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, this is where the gallows used to stand. Maybe. The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why.
Okay, see you later, human brother. Have a good start to your stream.
On the boat was a winching machine. The hook was held rigidly by the tightly wound chain.
Then I shall unwind it. Okay, let's see what we can hook up to. Yoink. I cannot hook it up to that, apparently.
There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. There were 3...
Okay. I wonder if... Okay, so I can't... Can I do with this garbage?
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
Guessing I can't go over there. He's just walking a long way to tell me I can't go over there.
Okay, it's long jump time. Here goes. Do I look crazy or something?
All right, man. Let's have a look.
On the boat was a winching machine.
Okay, I guess I just try it with the other things that are around.
Close up. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, this is where the gallows used to stand. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's hollow. It was time for some brutal destruction.
Oh, okay, cool. I do like brutal destruction.
Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken through, and behind it were some cogs and a lever.
Oh, can I pull the lever? Oh, the lever!
Here goes.
Cronk.
Hey, cool.
Oh.
Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism solid.
Okay. Can I hook it now? Well, I've got to hook something. Hook it. There we go. You like cold weather? Yeah, see, I don't mind cold weather either. If it's cold, I can just wear my hoodie or my fluff, and I'll be fine. It's the heat that gets me. It's always warm in here as well. Like, it's pretty cold outside, and it's still 27 degrees in this room. I'm warm, too warm. Yeah, exactly. Getting naked doesn't help. You just end up feeling horrible. And fans don't help either because they just move the air around.
In
I mean, I
the
love my fans, but still.
beginning was
Oh, hello.
the end. An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. The millennium is almost upon us, and everything is in place
the
for
millennium.
the rise of our new order. Almost. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these
I mean,
historians
it could very well
and
be a BBC News
archaeologists
report.
are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do
Silence.
I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty, a trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, We're not exactly sure at present. Ha! But I
Sounds
have
about
my
right.
best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
Okay. I mean, I'm not really going to go down there while they're
This
still
will be
talking.
our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The new millennium will belong to us. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princes of this world!
Alright, chill. Okay, cool. Time to go down there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how the BBC write their news reports. In a spooky cave. All screaming about the end of the world. Okay. Put the tripod on the pedestal. And then put the gem on the top. There. Yeah. Swing.
The light falling from above struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays, and each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the seal, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant. Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knight Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword
you
of
just lay back and
Baphomet.
relax.
The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all these?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us.
How does she know
Klausner
that?
beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Yeah, that's probably a decent idea. Okay.
Do you
see you,
think I
Nico.
should go to Marib?
Sorry, it's a long way, George.
So that's a yes. Airport. Let's go to Marib.
Hey there, young fella. Speak ye you the English? Speak you the Anglaise? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, see, and indeed we, and rather better than you by the sound of it. My name is Nijo. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
Does the word Templar mean anything to you?
Templar. Ah, Templar. Huh? Templar. Why, yes, of course.
It does?
Yes. A splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Chatteris, featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television program, featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow, and a stick man with a halo. Bing!
Okay. Helpful.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves and Wooster. Cassie, Fink, Noto, Aunt Agatha. What ho?
So all Templar means to you is Roger Moore.
I only watched it for the stick man with the halo. Bing! He was better animated.
So I'm correct in saying that the word Templar doesn't mean much to you.
Well, there was the Order of Knights who were wiped out in an Inquisition in 1312, I suppose.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's them. What else do you know?
Just how much information do you think there is on a Trivial Pursuit card?
A what?
From the medieval edition. We had it on the stand a couple of years ago. Ask me what a feuter is. Go on, I know all this stuff.
Never mind. Okay, forget about the Templars for a minute. What do you know about knights?
Like the Crusaders, they came to the East on an insane and pointless mission. They
Sounds about right.
sacrificed thousands of lives, including their own, for insensate pride. How anyone can find them romantic confounds me.
That's fair. Okay.
So
Bye,
long,
Nijo.
Nijo.
Poodle pip, sir.
Toodle pip. My best buddy Dwayne is down there. Take me to the place.
Hi.
Hello, sir. Lovely carpet.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Ah, give to me. Give to me. Alamut.
Many beneficent greetings, my most fortunate possible friend.
Huh? Do I know you, mister?
No, no, and again I say, no.
No.
But, my friend, do you not see our mutual good fortune in this meeting?
How frank do you want me to be?
You are a traveler, yes?
Boy, you must be the world's greatest detective.
No, I am told that is Sherlock Holmes of the big forehead and slipper full of shag. I, as contrast, am world's greatest luxury taxi driver.
I can see where this is going.
I am Ultar, taxi driver and luxury guide per excellence. Yes.
This I had to hear.
Where does your heart desire to go? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant, and we shall fly there, swift as the eagle.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but I'm sure that if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Is good. You know where you want to go, you come to Ulta.
Thanks. See you around, Ultar.
Be having a pleasant day, full of shining experiences and happiness, my friend.
Thank you, Ultar. You're a good man. Possibly, maybe.
Damn, the door's locked. I'm sorry? Did you say something?
He say you not to go in toilet. Read sign, matey.
Matey?
It lose something in translation.
Hello again, Ultar.
Great hellos, munificent foreigner, and possible future client.
Well, you never know. Would you mind talking to me?
It's most agreeable. This is how Ultar learns such splendid English, yes? Yes.
This place is certainly hard to find.
Oh, yes, it is most exclusive. The membership can be no more than... Kind sir, what would you guess the population of the village to be?
Gee, I don't know, a couple of thousand?
Then I would estimate the membership to be no more than a couple of thousand.
What do you make of that boy in the market, Nejo?
Nejo? Ha! Ayub's boy is too big for sandals. I speak splendid English, and he laugh. He say, Ultar, you big ox, you split infinitive. I say, I split your head if you stay still long enough. Pretty funny, yes?
Hilarious. You should be on cable. See you around, Ult.
Fare you most splendid, good sir.
By staring hard at the notice and squinting, I discovered I couldn't understand a word of it.
Wow. Took you that long.
Hello again,
hey,
Ultar.
Mochi.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
Yeah, it definitely has
Could
some
you tell me what that
Disney
sign means?
vibes, I
It
suppose.
say, door stay shut until brush come back. Signed, the management.
Oh, well, what does that mean?
Manager buy lovely new toilet brush, leaves it by wash basin for 10 minutes, come back, it's
How are you doing, Mochi?
Stolen. Not even out of wrapper. He damn cross. Lock up toilet and say, nobody use fine pristine toilet until brush given back. We say, what we do till then, eh? He say, cross legs and use superior willpower.
And that's what you've been doing?
No, Ultar use bucket.
Oh, charming.
Bye for now, Ultar.
May good fortune follow you, mister.
I'm doing okay. I'm chilling out, you know, and playing some Broken Sword. Enjoying the new high resolutions. Okay, so I know I have to get into that toilet. I can't remember why for, but I need to find the brush. And I think this dude has it. Hello, human.
Hi, what's your name, sir?
Hello, hello, you buy kebab. Most good.
Well,
most good.
Oh, I do, Joe.
Suddenly, I realized the horrific truth. The guy was basting the kebabs with a toilet brush. It may never have seen the inside of a toilet bowl, but it was still hardly appetizing.
hello again, sir.
Hello, kebab. Mmm. Yes,
No, no, thank you.
Well,
most good.
Most good. No, no, man, no.
hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
Who's the guy selling the kebabs?
Oh, that's Arto. A miserable blighter to be sure, sir.
He doesn't seem very happy.
He never is. Day in, day out, a face like a wet Wednesday. Whatever one of those is.
Does he speak any English?
Not cogently, no.
Look, this is going to sound a bit strange, but I need Arto's brush.
What? The brush he bastes the kebabs with?
Yes, I need it. All
Let
right,
me find
kid.
some dirty postcards for you instead.
Nijo, this is serious. Arto stole
Is
that
it?
brush he's using from a friend, and I want to get it back.
Perhaps I could help you, old chap. Maybe? Perhaps?
Maybe what? Perhaps what?
I do not wish to seem mercenary, sir, but I am a
Yeah, this game has
merchant,
lots of different
and
locations to go to, and
trade.
Merchant?
it's a British
This isn't
game,
Sears
but
and Roebuck here.
there's
Well,
pretty much
if
no
you're
English
going
people
to
in
be
it,
disagreeable,
No, you're right. What would you like?
what have you got?
except the sense of humour. That's
Will you help me get that toilet brush from Arto or not?
very
I'd
British.
be delighted to help you, but we still haven't settled on what I get out of it.
What would you
Okay.
like?
What have you got?
All right. Would you
What do you
like
think of
my
this, eh?
ball?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything. One day, when I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
In
Yeah, thank God you're here. It's
earnest.
great. It's so
People will
funny.
come from far and wide to see my
Yes?
collection. The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hoards of so-called fine art. But answer me this. What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot bounce it off a wall?
You may have a point.
Sir, for such a marvelous thing, I would gladly help you.
I thought merchants were supposed to be wily and never reveal what they really want.
Bah! I say to mercantile greed, I have the soul of the aesthete, and I desire that red bouncy thing beyond reason. Do you understand?
Not really. If I give you the...
I've already told you. I'll help you if you give me the ball. What's it to be?
All right, here you go.
People say bad things about Americans, but you're okay in my book.
What people?
Ah,
What
you're
bad
referring
things?
to Dwayne.
Never mind that now. Remember the brush?
Right.
Yeah,
yes, the
he's
brush.
he's
All you have to do with Arto
an interesting
is be
fellow. I haven't
polite.
spoken to him
It
yet, but I
lightens
remember
his day,
Dwayne.
makes it all worthwhile for him again.
How can I be polite to the guy when I can't speak a word of Syrian?
Arabic.
That's what I meant.
Simply memorize this phrase. Il-Ach il-Kalb.
Il akal kalb.
Close enough. Now, go over to Arto and deliver those honeyed words even unto his delicate ear. He won't be able to do enough for you.
Really?
Really.
What exactly does il akal kalb mean?
A polite but subtly complimentary greeting. He won't be able to do enough for you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
See you around, Nijo.
Ta-ta for now, sir.
Yeah, he's a very strange American man. I just remember him being like, "Hey, George." That's how he speaks in my head. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't actually speak like that. I'm pretty sure my impression
Hello
is
again,
awful.
sir.
Hello, kebab? Yes?
Il akul kalb?
Filthy! Bad, bad! I'll kill you!
Whoa! Calm down! Feet, do your thing.
Run! Give me my brush. Give me my brush. Hey,
Hi, Nijo.
George.
What the heck did you tell me to tell him?
Patience, sir.
Patience? Patience? I've been chased by a homicidal kebab seller, and you expect me to be patient?
But consider, sir, while you were running from the irate Arto wasn't using the brush.
Hold on. Are you telling me that I've been used as a diversionary tactic?
Yes,
Your
George,
brush,
you were used
sir.
as bait.
I can't believe that you put me on that kebab seller's death list for a toilet brush.
The ends justified the means, sir.
Hey, Nijo's a
but I
smart
noticed it
kid.
wasn't
He
your
knows what he's
butt that was
doing.
on the line, though.
They also serve who only stand and wait, sir.
Oh, spare me. Oh, it's okay. Nothing.
Right. I have my toilet brush. And then I will talk to Dwayne and Pearl, I believe his wife's name is. I remember them mostly because I've played the second Broken Sword game like 1,000,000,000,000 times, and they also show up there. I've played this one many times, but less than the second, I think. Because the second is my favorite one.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
Yes, my
I've got the
presence
toilet
is
brush back.
bountiful.
You man of action, all righty. Don't just wave at me. Give to manager.
Hi. Nice club you've got here. I was wondering if you could help me. What? I mean, I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
No surprise there, all righty. He says sorry, but he not speak English.
But he didn't say anything.
He not have tongue.
No tongue? What happened?
It was bet.
And he lost.
He won. You should see other chappy. Oh, yes.
Here's your brush, sir.
Dang,
it
that's a
wasn't
bad
easy
bet.
getting it back. The manager took the brush from me, gave me the toilet keys as my reward, and stomped off. What was all that about?
Manager, he say, bah, look at state of this. Need much cleaning in detergent before go around my, you bend.
He said all that?
Body language account for much, you know? Oh, yes, indeedy.
Okay. It's a strange activity to be doing, is to be going through a long string of illogical decisions to get into a loo. But you know. Okay, let's try. Oh, okay. Try that again. Yoink.
There didn't seem much point in. Even closed, it would be obviously empty. I hadn't drunk anything since the morning, and I didn't need to use it.
Thank you for that information, George.
Oops.
I have ransacked a toilet. I'm such a good person. Never let George into your bathroom. He'll just steal everything on the wall. Everything not like tied down, he'll nick. Okay. I believe it is time to talk to Dwayne, maybe. Oh, maybe it's not time to talk to Dwayne. I don't remember. No, I think I have to talk to Ultar first.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah.
Don't you bat
I
me,
am
pigeon!
blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
Have you seen this man before?
Oh, most certainly. Was here only yesterday.
Here? Yesterday? My God, he's close.
Yes, he was asking a lot of questions, just like you.
What did he ask about?
He asked about American called Stoby.
Stobart?
Yes, Stobart. You know him.
The killer knew my name. What else did he ask about?
He
George
asked
is
about
gonna get
German man
murdered.
called Klobner.
I tried to remember the name of the man the conspiracy had lost in Syria. Was his name Klausner?
Sure, that is what Ultar said. Klausner. I told this man in the picture, Klausner wanted to go up to Bull's Head.
Hold on, he wanted to go where?
Bull's Head. Big hill, 10 miles out of town. Maybe 60.
When was that?
Wow.
Oh, maybe a week ago.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah.
You hush.
What
Hush,
can you tell me
Ultar.
about this Bull's Head Hill?
It's most magnificent. Lovely views. Worth visiting. Yes, by indeedity.
How do I get there? No. Let me guess.
You need fine luxury guide to take you there in air-conditioned taxi.
Woe is me. Where can I find such a guide?
And Ultar is most luxurious guide for most literally some way, in any direction.
Gee willikers, lucky old me.
Are you desirous of my pleasant and luxuriant service?
Yes, please, Ultar.
All right, let's go.
First, I regret the formalities. A trip to the Bull's Head. 50 Yankee dollars, please.
$50? I don't have $50.
Oh, most unhappy event. Ultar then sorry, but he cannot take you on ride of lifetime.
Hold on, Ultar. Is there nothing I could barter with you?
Yeah, it's
Word
like
that it was so beloved,
I guess
friend. But my taxi needs gas.
it's like
and its
I don't
muffler
know.
needs the muffler doctor.
Yeah, it's a mystery game. It's an
Paying
adventure
for these
game,
things
but
is
it's
not possible.
it's in the same
My
vein as
heart
like
weeps for the injustice, but it's
Indiana
box
Jones,
or
I
zip
guess,
or
kind of
unfortunate
style
American.
story, where you uncover mysteries,
About Bull's Head
or like
Hill.
Are
Dan
you
Brown novel.
desirous of seeing this most
Well,
terrific?
well,
Oh,
what does...
Okay, let's
See you around,
go.
fair.
Let's go find myself some money. Yeah, essentially we're tracking down like at the beginning of the game, there's a bombing in Paris, and then you try and track down the murderer and start uncovering a mysterious conspiracy, which leads you to like the Templars that are pulling the strings. Right, I need to. I can't remember how I managed to get money off of Pearl. Let's look around. I think I have to sell her something. Maybe. Yeah, okay. I think I remember. I think I have to sell her that statue over there.
I
need to
had
get it
neither
off
the
of
money
Nijo.
nor the desire to buy any of that garbage.
Hello, cat. Ah, okay. I now remember. There we go. My memory works. Cool. I have got myself a piece of bric-a-brac.
That is not a...
I had to do something with this thing. What do I need to do? Yeah, I need to, like, mess it up. Make it look weird
The
and
plaster
old.
seemed to soak up the grease paint until it began to look like stone. The grease paint had worked magic. Now it looked like aged marble instead of cheap plaster.
Okay, maybe that's enough? Okay, let's go talk to Pearl.
Hello. I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name's George. I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George.
I was...
My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl, I'm sure.
Okay, Pearl. I was...
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
So, tell me a little about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greetings card company in a cute little place called Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little?
I would get that joke if I'd ever
Is your
been to
husband around,
America.
Pearl?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes, he is.
Sorry to disappoint you.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that Akron, Ohio is a city? Question mark?
Have you had anything from the kebab stand?
Hey, Evans, no, with my digestion.
Have you ever heard of a group of knights called the Templars?
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The Holy Something and the Holy Something Else, I can't quite recall. I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a hill called the Bull's Head?
No. No, I haven't. Is it nearby?
Hello,
I'm not sure.
Flinty.
Sounds
Welcome.
awful romantic.
Yes, the sword is horribly
the
broken.
Bull's Head Hill.
Although I'm pretty sure we're happy with it being broken.
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot. Do you know what Il Akal Kalb means?
My, sounds romantic.
Yeah, I don't think it is, though. Have you talked to the boy on the bric-a-brac stand?
Oh, you've met him? His name's Nijo, you know. Oh, he's just so cute, I could die. I'd love to bundle him up and take him back to Ohio.
Don't
He
kidnap
might not
children.
thank you.
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. Something to impress the folks back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
Okay, let's offer her
What do you
this,
think of this
this
fine
garbage.
piece of ancient statuary?
Oh, Matt, that's just what I've been looking for.
Would you like it?
Would I ever? I'm not carrying the money, though. If you go and find Dwayne, he'll pay you for it. If he gives you any trouble, just tell him that I want it.
Okay,
I've gotta go
Dwayne,
now, Pearl.
come to me.
It's been a pleasure, George.
Don't be a stranger.
Hi, I was wondering whether you
Oh,
could help
jeez.
me.
Don't shout at people from miles away, George.
Why, sure, son. Always got time for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy, I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne? My name's George Stobart.
Oh, and Mochi, earlier you were saying about not knowing any British games, but I'm pretty sure that GTA is technically a British game. Okay, this.
What do you think of this?
Good gravy. Looks old.
Yeah, I had to turn this town upside down.
Boy, your luck's better than ours. Looks Roman.
I wouldn't know.
What'll they say back home? How much do you want, George?
Oh, I couldn't. It's the find of a lifetime. I mean,
50
Yeah, GTA
bucks.
is British.
Take it or leave it.
I'll take it. Here you go.
And here you go.
Yes, the thing Rockstar started somewhere down this way, but it's now in Scotland. It's in Edinburgh. Up in Scotland. I know, because I applied for a job there and did not get it.
You're a long way from home, Dwayne.
Could say the same about you, George.
Me? Well, I'm just sightseeing, that's all.
Yeah, it used to be
Without a
called
camera,
DMA Designs.
Kinda lax to come
back in the
all
day.
this way and not take pictures. Mind if I take a picture of you, George?
What? Why? Ow! You could have warned me.
You don't mind, do you, George? The folks back home will be real interested.
Why would they be interested?
What exactly do you do, Dwayne?
Didn't I say? Oh, I run a greeting card company. Yep, we're based in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland? Pearl said you're in Akron.
What was that?
Nothing. Just thinking out loud.
Pearl writes
So
the
yeah, it's
poems
Scottish.
for.
So
Gotta
it's, yeah,
ask
it's
her
a
to
British,
recite some.
a British series.
How long have you been
Strangely.
married, Dwayne?
Hell, must be 30 years now.
I saw a medieval picture of a woman. Royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man with 3 faces. What do you think of that?
I think you should be in therapy.
Do you mind if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
The Knights Templar?
Yep.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Well, you knew they were an order of knights.
What I know and what I say are 2 different things, boy. I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business without knowing that.
In this business?
Sure. The greetings card business.
Oh, please. Okay.
Okay, I have
Count
my
it.
money. Goodbye. Goodbye, Dwayne. Dum 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 dum. Have some money, Altar. Now take me to the bull's head.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
Look, Ultar, $50 US.
A splendid sum. Exactly sufficient for an exciting air-conditioned trip to the Bull's Head. What say you, oh adventurous one?
Let's go.
Okay, it's a deal. Here's the cash.
Ah, most splendid. As you say, the cash price moolah is correct. Mister, we make with haste.
Where exactly is your taxi? Because the only vehicle I can see around here is an aging army surplus truck.
Yes?
Ah, okay. I'll be along in a minute. It didn't seem right to take off with the toilet keys, so I left them on the bar.
Oh wow, you're not cool with running off with the keys, but everything else in the toilet is fine. You can steal that.
Hello again, Ultar.
His most splendid and adventurous client.
That's your taxi?
Oh, yes, most assuredly. Most entirely splendid taxi in all Marib.
It looks like an old army truck to me.
Bah! You Americans with your checkerboard caps and your Judd Hershes. You have lost sight of what a taxi should truly be.
About 4 tons by the look of it.
There, you have hit the nail in the nutshell.
Okay already, let's go.
Regrettably not, most esteemed pair. There is a minor problem of a tiny nature. The fan belt has taken it upon itself to break.
So, what are you gonna do?
What can I do? I must wait for a ride to the garage for a replacement.
How long is that gonna take?
1 day, maybe 6.
I can't wait that long. We gotta get moving.
But how, my friend?
I'll think of something. Is this any use to you?
My friend, the very thing, yes.
Ultar took the towel from me, cut it in 2 lengthways, and gave me half back. With his half, he did the kind of fan belt replacement that's normally done with stockings.
Now, if I knot the ends together, so... Serviceable, yes? Very serviceable indeed.
Stockings might work on a Bentley, but on a truck, the coarse toweling did the job nicely.
Come along, my friend. You want to see the bull's head? Yes?
Let us leave. Whee! Okay. Right. Do I remember what I'm doing? Let's look at this tree. Okay. I don't remember.
With a flourish, I tied the end of the towel to the stick with a textbook reef knot.
Quite the craftsman.
I could see that crack would make a good anchor point.
Okay.
Well,
Down
that
we go.
looked really safe. But I had no choice. I hadn't anticipated going mountaineering when I'd come to Syria. I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in there. But there was something in there. A metal ring, as wide as my hand.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have wouldn't have climbed down here either, because it seems like an awful idea. Nope. My all-purpose jiggly
I took
rod?
a firm hold of the
Oh,
ring
I can just put it. Okay.
and pulled.
Yeah.
Whoa there!
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd be climbing down that incredibly flimsy rope either, attached to a tiny stick. I'm pretty sure it would immediately break and I would die.
Around the...
Oh, hello.
Oh my God. Klausner? Large as life and twice as dead. I'd hardly had time to accept the fact when I heard the door mechanism start up again. Oh man, no! The door had slammed shut, trapping me. I had a bad feeling about how Klausner had died.
Let's look at his
Okay.
books.
All right. Hey, what's this? I'd found some kind of lens, a very old lens made from a very hard glass. That settled it. The knight on the manuscript had been holding a lens the whole time, not a crystal ball.
Ooh, that's a pretty redraw. Look, it's all lensy and rainbowy. Very nice. Okay. You have anything else, Indiana Jones
Without
man?
getting too close, I couldn't see any marks of violence, apart from his fingertips being scraped raw, and that seemed self-inflicted. Klausner had been
lovely.
pretty smart to get this far, but he was still dead.
Okay.
I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it.
Do I have to use the lens with it? Nope. Okay. Let's go have a look at this map of Ingerland.
I couldn't take the inscription with me, and I didn't have a notebook or a camera to record it. All I could do was stare at it and try to memorize it. In occidenta cita est, in ora mundi. Okay. That would have to do. The mount's opening. It must be Ultar. My God. If he comes in, we'll both be trapped. Ultar! Don't come in! It's a trap! Stay where you are! You!
It is the
Hello,
murderer.
Mr. Stobart. We meet in the most unusual places. Please, do not make any sudden moves. I have no desire to maim you.
Did you say maim?
I did. Dead men tell no tales, as you say. And I want to hear everything that you have to tell me.
And what if I don't want to talk?
Then I shall, most regrettably, have to kill you. Rest assured, however, that I am an excellent shot. You would not suffer.
Oh, that's good. Believe me, I'm really assured.
It is rather dark in here. I think we should conduct our business outside.
Why should I make myself an easier target?
If I fire at you, Mr. Stobart, I shall hit you even in here. But, unfortunately, my marksmanship will suffer. It could be the difference between hitting you in the leg or the groin.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
No sudden moves, Mr. Stobart. Now then, where shall we start?
How about being bosom buddies and you putting that gun away?
Klausner, do you know where he is?
Yes. I don't know. I will tell the lies. I guess I'll tell the truth. I don't think it
he's
matters.
dead. Just around the corner of the cave. You want to look?
I'll take your word for it. How did he die?
Starvation or dehydration by the look of it.
He was caught in this trap you were shouting about. Yes, I suspected as much. The Templars were not ones to give away their secrets lightly. Was he carrying anything of importance?
No.
No, nothing.
So, why is this location important? What did the Templars hide here if not an artifact?
No.
Well, there was something in Latin up on the wall.
Latin? Do you remember it, Mr. Stobart? What did it say?
In academta cita est, in ora mundi.
Ah, the words of Caesar. Yes, that makes sense.
Well, I know that roughly it means to the west, to the edge of the world. But what the heck is that about?
It tells me where the sword of Baphomet lies.
It's not
Mr.
exactly
Stobart,
specific.
I am sure that you are just what you appear to be. A gifted amateur.
Thanks, I think.
But I can no longer tolerate your interference. There is far more at stake than you realize.
So what are you going to do?
I regret that we must end this here and now. Your only choice now is whether you die like a man or like a dog.
I will die like a dog. A man, I guess?
Okay, you're the boss. I'll take my medicine.
You are an honorable man, Mr. Stobart. A rare breed. I should like to shake your hand.
Yeah. Well, what the heck? It was a long way down. Below, I could see Ultar's truck.
I'm going to zap you. Haha! Finally, it paid off. Now I'm going to run away. Goodbye. Whee! Ow, my butt. Okay. I managed to complete that section, so that's good.
Luckily, the canopy on Ultar's truck broke my fall.
Thank goodness for that.
The worst part of the experience was Ultar's driving.
What about the lens? Is it still in one piece?
Oh, yeah.
One piece.
Well, it's good to see you again, Josh.
Really? Well, I have to say, I'd have enjoyed Syria a lot more if you'd been there.
I wouldn't have been much help. Anyway, you did just fine on your own.
The lens.
Have you any idea what this lens might be used for?
As a magnifying glass, obviously. I'm sure
Obviously.
you'll find it very useful.
Okay. Apparently
I'll be
she's no use
back
to me
as
right
soon
now.
as I can.
Okay.
Yeah, they should have used the director's cut for this redoing, because she gets so much more to do in the director's cut. Like, she gets, like, her own little quests and stuff, whereas in this one, in the original version, she pretty much just sits around in her apartment doing very little at all. Okay. I vaguely remember what the lens is for. And I think the little priest man should be here now. There he is. So let's see if my memory's correct. I believe he speaks like this. Hello, I'm a tiny priest man. How are you? Like that.
Excuse me, Father.
Let's see if I'm accurate or not.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all, monsieur. It will be my pleasure to help you.
Haha, see, he does speak sort of like what I said. He's like, no, it'd be my pleasure to help you.
How long have you worked here?
Hardly work, monsieur. This is a calling. I have been helping Father Flambert for nearly 6 months now.
I guess you don't know much about the history of this church, then.
Just a little.
You've got quite a shine on that candlestick.
Ah, oui. Anything less than best would be an insult to the Almighty.
I guess so. I never thought of it like that. You must be proud to have such an incredible collection of stained glass.
Pride is a sin, monsieur, but it is hard not to marvel when the light shines through them. It is a fine example of the artisan's genius.
Have you ever seen anything like this lens?
No, never. The glass seems subtly colored in some way.
Yeah, I've never noticed that before.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
You have come to the right place, if that is your interest. Many of them were executed in the square outside. It was a disgrace to France.
Well, the Pope was right behind it, though.
Clement V was a man of memory, not of God.
That's kind of forthright for a priest, isn't it?
You think so? It is hard to be sure what happened. It is so long ago.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay, so I remember. What do I remember? I know I have to put the lens in that thing. Let's see if I can do that. No.
A
Okay.
statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll. On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack. Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported. Per disciplinum meum lux videbis.
Hey, it's a guy.
A bit of a stained glass window. Wow!
I mean, what did you expect to see, George?
Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess.
Boop.
The lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand
Fitted?
into a glove.
I guess that's right. Maybe. Fitted.
Hey! A Knight Templar burning at the stake, and a date. Let me see. MCCC That's 1314.
Correct. Don't burn your steak. I don't think they were planning on eating them. Right. Wait, I want my lens back. Wait, I want my lens back, George. Don't just leave it there.
A Knight Templar.
Okay, I mean, okay, fine. I guess we're leaving that there. I guess I can talk to this priest about it.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
How pleasant.
Did you know that the center window conceals an image of a man burning at the stake?
The burning man?
What, you knew?
That there was a hidden image? No.
No.
But the church has a reputation for being haunted. Many times, people have claimed to have seen a burning man in the window. But when others they look, there is nothing. Perhaps the light has to be just so for the figure to appear.
Yeah, or maybe you need a special lens.
Okay. He's still useless to me.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Au revoir, monsieur. Let's look at this staff again.
Well, I could have just taken the... But I wanted other than deported.
Let's look at these graves.
Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work.
I do not remember what I'm doing with the date.
I wondered if this guy had died in combat. I was surprised Philip le Bel had left this place alone. Just think, there's a dead guy under there.
Yes, George. That is how
Biblical
this
references
works.
engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess. Waiting in prayer for the judgment day.
Okay. I think maybe I should speak to Museum Douche and see what he's up to, and if he knows anything. Museum Douche. Lobby no.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie. What's with the long face?
Haven't you heard? The tripod was stolen.
No kidding.
I just don't get it. So many other treasures, and the thieves choose the tripod.
A modern-day alchemist, perhaps?
Who knows? There's no shortage of crazies in Paris. Hey, I visited Nicole's apartment.
Yeah, she told me you came by.
Ooh, quite a fine Georgie boy. I didn't expect anything quite so sexy.
I hope you're referring to the manuscript.
Oui, of course. Where have you been? Nicole said you were away.
I just returned from Syria.
Syria? On the trail of the Templars?
It's a long story, but I found the bull's head. It was referred to on the manuscript, remember?
Yes, what is it?
A secret cave built into a high cliff face. In the cave, I discovered a map bearing a phrase in Latin. In occidenta cita est in ora mundi.
The island of Britain.
Lies at the edge of the world, to the west.
Strange. That map seems to contain a series of pointers.
Like I said, it's a treasure map. What did you make of the manuscript?
It dates from the time of the Crusades.
We guessed that from the Templar seal.
It's a story and pictures like a modern-day comic book.
What story does the manuscript tell?
I don't know. It was probably produced for the tourist market.
Tourists?
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries. Ever since Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
Have you deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference to Mithras.
Who's he?
A Persian god, almost as popular as Christ at one time. The only thing I can be sure of is the knight. He's Spanish.
How can you tell that?
The writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria. No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have borne a coat of arms like that.
Can you identify the knight's coat of arms?
I already did, Georgie. He's a member of the De Vasconcelos family from the Costa Calida.
Were they famous?
No, they're not mentioned after the 15th century.
Oh.
The spotlight of history moved on. They're probably long dead.
Do you think the manuscript could be the map to the Templar treasure?
I am going to Spain,
Frankly,
apparently.
no. That's too far-fetched. The manuscript is interesting enough and a rare find, but that's all.
Wouldn't it be terrific if it was a map, though? The treasure of the Knights Templar.
A romantic notion, Georgie, but extremely improbable.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
Improbable.
You're welcome.
Going to Spain. I think I'll go to Spain before I finish, if I can get to Spain soon. Or I'll just go back and see how Nico is doing. Oh no, I'll go back to Montfaucon. Oh, maybe I can go. Hold on. I didn't check. I did not check. Oh, I can. Cool. Villa de Vasconcelos. Okay. Graz? I can't read that. Ave Maria. Cool. Ooh. I love this location. It's just very pretty. It's even prettier now with the remaster. Okay, cool. I shall leave it here. We got menu. Let's save this game. Okay, I think that is it for today.